Right, so we've got a Hillside Leisure. It's a 2018 little camper van. We've started to check it off, and we found we've got a leak on the tap. Was there a crack on the tap, John?
No, it's just leaking.
So we're just finding the tap's leaking. So what we've done, we've ordered a new tap. We've taken the original, well I haven't, John has taken the tap off, so we're going to put a new tap on. So we've got a new tap. There's our new tap. It is only cold water feed, so we haven't got a hot water feed to it. And then we're going to put the new tap into there. So it is the old tap. Now, one of the biggest mistakes people make is when they drain the motorhome or camper van down, this actual system is on a pressure. So when you actually turn the pump off, there's still water left in the tap. And what ideally you should be doing is when you do drain down, is you run the pump dry. So therefore it's getting all the water out of the tap. So what's happened is then any water that's in here, when it's frozen, it's expanded, and therefore we've got a crack in the tap, which has caused the leak. So the advantage of having a sliding door on both sides, if we open this up, what we've got the fridge here. We have our fuses, and there's our, oh I can't get that off, our 230, which I can't get off. There's our pressure pump. What else, John?
With all the services you can get to everything, can't you?
Oh yeah. It's actually quite good to get at, isn't it really?
Yeah.
So that sliding door.
This is where the pipe comes down from the tap, the original tap. So what we're going to do is a quick release. So we just push the little thing up, and then that should mean that will release.
You got lucky there, didn't you?
Well, that's the advantage of running these pumps dry to get all the water out, because otherwise you just have water everywhere. So these pumps, you can actually run most of the pressure pumps you can actually run dry. It doesn't hurt them. This is why you should always run them dry to get all the air out of all the water out of the tap, so there's air coming through.
So there's the new tap going in. And then what we need to do underneath, there's the nut there to tighten it up, to keep it in place. And a washer. Can we push that down?
That's right.
What's that one for, John?
That's just another seal you get with it. It's just a different type of seal.
So we've got an extra seal left over, have we?
Yeah. Yeah, one seal's got a little ridge on it, and the other seal, I think it might be just for if it's got a bigger hole, bigger aperture. I'll put it in loose for now, just to test it. Make sure we've got the centre. I never knew what they were for either. They're for undoing the actual little filters.
How did you find that out?
Well, I read the instructions. That I never knew.
So for the people like John who didn't know, this is used for undoing the little nozzle on the top. And we only knew by reading the instructions.
I never usually read the instructions.
You don't read them all the time, John, do you?
No. Is that through enough down there? Is that through enough to get onto the...
What's that gone off?
It's just the screen goes off. Tap screen. Yeah, okay. Is there enough down there to clip onto that? Or is that hose a little bit too short?
No, that's going to be alright because you've got your push fit to go on it as well, haven't you?
Oh, hang on. Oh, right, yeah, it's different attachment.
Where did you put the push fit?
I haven't brought it out. I didn't think I needed one. Which? I bought those because that's the same. What we got then? So just a normal short one. That's going to be difficult. I'm not going to push that in. I'll do that from inside and then I'll push it through.
What are you doing? Doing the push fit on the inside?
Yes.
And then push it through the hole. Is it on?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see, we put the push fit onto the tap pipe, and now it's just a matter of connecting up to the freshwater feed.
Too tight, nice bit of free play, which is what we need. Otherwise these connectors, if they are too tight, sometimes they have a tendency to leak, so as long as it's got a little bit of free play, it's all good.
And now we've just got to test it, haven't we?
We have, yeah. There's water in.
There's water in the van, John? So this hillside does have a freshwater tank now, which we're going to fill up. Has it got a wastewater tank on, John?
Yeah.
And what John's forgot to do is left the drain open on the fresh water. So he's put the fresh water into the tank. The drain's, he's not closed the drain tap, which we all do.
I was just making sure that the drain tap worked. That should be enough.
$1 million question now, isn't it?
Does it leak?
Does it leak? So pump's on. So as you can see here, the pump going. So the pump's drawing up water from the fresh water tank. And then, so the water will come up here, up to the tap. You got water coming out the tap, John?
Yeah.
And there we go, water coming out the tap. There's our joint. No leaks. So now we've got a new tap with no leaks. Changing the tap on the hillside. What have you done now, John?
We've got another leak now. Actual, just the.
Where are we?
Just this tiny little drip from that. So that's just the waste off the sink. Just have a little.
So you just tightened the Jubilee clip up now, aren't you?
Well, I'm just going to take it off, just make sure it is seated on there properly. It's pretty tight. So.
That's a good tip actually. You know, when obviously you've got a leak like this, is to undo the Jubilee clip and just take the pipe off, isn't it, and inspect it.
Yeah.
Can we put this on time lapse, John? coming off now, isn't it?
No, it's quite tight.
So from a quick 2-minute tutorial, John, you've turned this into an epic.
Oh, it's not easy, is it?
No. Hillside obviously had faith in their drains.
It's probably tight on there.
So while John went to get some tools to get the sink plug off, it is the sink plug, isn't it?
Yeah.
The sink plug, I unscrewed it for him to get it off.
What do I do without it?
I know. So by doing that, that makes it easier to get access to the pipe, to the waste pipe. Looks alright, doesn't it?
Yeah, just make sure no cracks, but that doesn't look like that.
Let's do it. Yeah. So this is your drain. So we're just checking all around here if there's any cracks or anything. It looks alright. Is the pipe alright, John?
Yeah.
Right, so we'll tighten the Jubilee clip up again. Happy?
Yeah.
I'll line the screw up with it so we can screw back in. And screwdriver, John. There you go. And then there's a little screw there which we tighten up, which would you say compresses it together? You say that's the word?
Yeah, compressor's quite a good word.
Oh, thank you, John. Can we have another go? And it's leaking again. So what we've done now is we've replaced the Jubilee clip with another Jubilee clip. So we'll tighten that one up. You confident this time?
No.
And now, take two. There you go. Now leaky drain.
That's good.
And we'll go round as well and check the joints that we did. Just fire some water in, John. And there we go. Do you really think it's a great idea having that water pipe above a 230 trip?
Well, Hillside decided to put it there.
Well, yeah.
There must have been a reason for it.
Is the 230 there to hold the joint in place?
Maybe.
So there we go. Change the tap, change the push fit, and also fix the leak on the waste that we must have done. Are you happy?
Yeah, just going to fill it up.
So what he's doing now is he's filling the basin up now, and we're just making sure the water's holding in the basin as well. Now it should be done. I'll quickly go around and show you. So we've got the basin full. We've got no leaks.
So the tap was leaking, and if you can get the camera in there, the tap was actually leaking from like the white plastic under there. It's actually coming out from the white plastic. So
just grab the other tap that you've done. Oh, hang on, we've just took the plug out now. So we've released all the water out of the basin. So if it is going to leak, it's going to leak now. No leaks, and then
so it was actually leaking from this white plastic part. So it's basically cracked inside, I think, where water's been in there, and we've had a couple of freezes. It's just expanded out enough to just break something in there. It's just enough to.
The thing is, John, it only takes an airline crack though, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah, only a tiny little, because they are, even these pressure pumps, they're like 20 psi, something like that.
Yeah, 15 or 25, 20. I think you've got a 25 one as well.
Yeah,
on the bigger
so they
vans.
are relatively high.
So what we're going to do now we've checked everything's working, we're going to drain the system down. So, John?
So just basically making sure that there's no water left in the tap. So allowing the pump to run, the pressure pump's still going. So by shutting it, you're allowing the pressure to build up in the pipe, so hopefully any water is going to be pushed out. But you can hear now the tone of the pump's changed. We might be able to hear the tone of the pump's changed. So there's no water in the pump, so the pump is now dry. Still a little bit of water in the line, but it is mostly out now. So on the pressure systems, it's not enough just to drain everything out and then leave taps open, because the water won't go anywhere from the taps. So now that I'm confident there's no water actually left in this tap now. We're done.
So we won't get any taps cracking because we've drained all the water out the taps, haven't we?
Yep.
So there you go. So we've replaced the tap. Well, John's replaced the tap. We've changed the push fit on it. We found a new leak. We fixed the new leak, and I think it's time to go home.